baby. Yeah.
Miracle, miracle, serves. Miracle, miracle, serves. Miracle, miracle, serves. Miracle, miracle, serves.
We keep having all these problems. How we gonna solve them? Every day it's the same thing. Yeah. All these unsolved issues, I guess it's official. Here we go again, the same old thing. And I'm tired of the arguing and lying. So goodbye, all the hurt and crying. Things will change in you, so how can I expect something new if it's the same old thing?
Good morning, everybody. It's your girl Miracle Sims, and you're listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration, the juice. It is July the 29th, 2025, and today the topic is Already Done 2.0. 2.0. Happy Tuesday. It's Happy Tuesday, everybody. I hope you guys had a wonderful week. Last time I talked to y'all, man, mine was just fine overall. I did miss y'all. I missed y'all last week, man. There was just so much going on. I tried to keep you guys as informed as I could. So you may know or you may not know. I'm not sure. When was the last time I talked to y'all? I can't remember. Was it last Monday? I don't know. Shout out to Angela Knapp tuning in. I thought about you, sis. And I was like, man, I hope all is well. I hope you saw my messages in the community, because what had happened was, y'all, okay, last week was already like a lot going on. Because it was Joy Week over there at the church, which was the staff appreciation week. So I was going to work, I guess, every day because of that. You know, again, we had the conversation about me being part-time, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and go. It's supposed to be staff appreciation. And I'm glad that I went, because it was nice to get poured into. We did a lot of team building type of activities, things of that nature, and it was nice. So shout out to Mountain West Church, you know what I'm saying, for being a blessing in my life and blessing your girl last week. But unfortunately, as you guys may know, on the first day, which was Monday, day one of Joy Week, unfortunately got the news about my uncle, Carl, and he passed and everything, I guess, that morning. And so that was one thing, obviously, that put a damper on the week. Thank you so much, Miss Angela, for your sentiments and things of that nature. You know, you can't help but think about like the last time you talked to somebody, or the last time, I know he called me and I never did get a chance to call him back. But I do remember the last time we talked and stuff like that. But it's just one of those things, man. You're like, man, I should have just called him back. You know what I'm saying? But you let, I guess, life and stuff get in the way. And then because I had already had so many things planned this week, last week, which was again going to do Joy Week and being a part of that, but then also the end of last week was my little vacation for our family, the Oh Happy Saves crew, me, my husband, my son. It was our first vacation, and I had planned it, paid for it, all this type of stuff, and so unfortunately I didn't get a chance to go to the funeral because it was around the same time. But I did go and visit with his daughter, which is my cousin. I visited with her because now she has lost both of her parents. Because her situation actually was similar to mine. I told you guys about my dad and how he passed away before I was born. Well, she had a similar situation where her mom passed away in her younger years. And so now her father is gone as well. And so, I took the time. She was like one of the first people to come into my heart and mind when I heard about the news. And so, yeah, I went to go sit with her on the way down to our vacation, I stopped by to visit her. And then on the way back up, I stopped by again. And she seemed to, appreciate that and stuff. So shout out to my cousin Selena. I love you. I don't know if she listens to me on the juice or do any of that, but just in case, if you watching cuz, you watching sis, you know what I'm saying, I love you. And I apologize again for not being able to go to the funeral, but I did give a gift, y'all, you know what I'm saying, and I did like try to show my face and show some love. So That's one of those things where it's kind of difficult, where at least I find it to be difficult. I don't know if I'm the only one, but sometimes it feels difficult to like choose yourself, right? To choose, you, your family, and things of that nature. When there's, I guess, quote unquote, expectations, and nobody put an expectation on me, like nobody said anything or whatever. But I don't know if it's just a me thing. Like that, this is why I'm in therapy, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like trying to figure out what's going on with me, why I am the way I am, things of that nature. So stuff like that gets really heavy for me. That I take it on and I'll be stewing about it like all weekend. You know what I'm saying? Trying to figure out like, am I making the right decision and all that type of stuff. But I'm like, you know, but anywho, so anyway, that was a lot. So I say all that to say that last week was a lot, and then on top of that, my phone broke on day 2. So day 2 of Joy Week, right? We was at lunch. They had took us to a nice lunch at Maggiano's. Shout out to Maggiano's because I went there for my birthday last year. But anyway, we were there and my phone broke, and so and it was so crazy because I want to say, what was it, like over the weekend or whenever that week that NJ was gone, whenever it was, I don't know, at some point me and my husband had a conversation, and we were playing this game. I think I told y'all about it. I'm like, we were playing this game about like, asking each other questions, and one of the questions for me was like, if your family was safe, if the necessities and whatnot was safe, but your house burned down, what would you grab? And I told him in that moment that it would probably be my phone, just because like I do everything on it. Like right now I'm recording the podcast on it. Like, yeah, okay, I'm live as well on the laptop, but most of the time I'm working from the phone, different things, and so I said that, and then lo and behold, a couple of days later, the doggone phone breaks. You know what I'm saying? So it just was like one of those things where you like, the enemy be trying me. I feel like he be trying me. I don't know if y'all be paying attention to that type of stuff, or if you credit that to him or whatever. But I'd be like, just because I said it the other day, now you're gonna take the phone for real? Like, boo, you're so lame. But anyway, but I still found a way. I found a way to like still message you guys. I just used my computer in the meantime, the days that I didn't have my phone. I'm thankful to the Lord that I was able to get me another one. Financially, it was all right. I didn't have no problem trying to get another one. And, it did. So anyway, man, I say all that to say there was a lot going on last week. And so, yeah, y'all didn't have live juice at least, but there was written juice that I felt led to share. And then, when it came to the vacation, so the vacation was from like Thursday to Sunday technically. And so, we had a good time, man. If y'all follow me on Facebook, then you probably seen it. If you don't know me personally on Facebook, then I guess, I don't know if I need to post up or something on the community or something so y'all could see the good time we had. But NJ had a good time. I might show y'all some photos afterwards in the after show. So live people, stay tuned. But yeah, so it was a good time. It was a good time, the vacation. I'm glad we went. I hated that it was that type of decision, but at the same time, I feel like it was the right decision because I came back refreshed, and here I am today, with some fresh juice. Even though it's so interesting because I feel like this juice is repetitive, because what came to me was already done, and then I was like, didn't I just do one call already done not long ago? And I did. It wasn't maybe like a week or so ago. I think it was It's Already Done or something like that. So I was like, okay, Already Done 2.0 because obviously the Lord has something more to say about Already Done. So that's where the conversation comes from today. Let me go ahead and see what Miss Angela has to say before we get into this juice. Miss Angela says, I'm sure she appreciated your visits. Sometimes people show up to funerals because they feel obligated to. She knows that you were there for her because you wanted to be there. Oh, thank you so much for that. I appreciate the confirmations, y'all, and stuff. Like I said, I don't know if it's just a me thing. Like I kind of struggle with making those decisions sometimes, but I'm trying my best to do better at like being intentional, right, about like my life and having fun and enjoying it, and choosing myself, in the midst of life and whatnot as well. Like, because we can't be everything to everybody, and this is just in general, not specifically about this situation. I mean, obviously, if the trip wasn't planned and it paid for and all that type of stuff, I would have went. But we're not talking about that. I'm talking about in life in general. Like, a lot of times we try to, I guess it's a people pleasing thing, you know what I'm saying? And I guess I kind of struggle with that because I just want people to be happy. You know what I'm saying? I don't like tension like that. You know what I mean? Look, like my mentors would say, I keep my drama on the stage. Like I don't, you know what I'm saying, really do that in real life type vibes, And so I just keep peace, you know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, like anything that is like feeling like tension and stuff, I've been struggling with because it's like, and I hate when it seems like, okay, me choosing me and my family in this moment feels like it's a problem, you know what I mean? And I feel like no, and I'm wrong when I say this, but what I feel like sometimes is that other people don't have this problem. Like other people could say, "Hey, no, I'm choosing me. I'm choosing my family," and I honor that. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like when it comes to me, sometimes that don't necessarily always get honored. But that's a whole nother conversation. Look, I'm not trying to make this my therapy session, y'all. But anyway, good morning to Miss Patsy Stone. So let's get into this conversation, y'all. Look, the Lord brought me back. We're already done 2.0. So this is what was standing out to me. So there's a few things. I would say a few things that led me to this. Obviously, again, getting the verse or the quote or the title is one thing, but then also, as you guys may know, your girl is going to be embarking on the 21 days of prayer journey next. It's supposed to kick off next Sunday for our church, and I've been thinking and praying about what that's going to look like for me this go around, and there's some things, maybe some unconventional things, but at the same time, maybe some regular stuff that I'm considering this go around as well. Just thinking and praying about it, seeking the Lord about what He wants me to do. So one, I feel like today is kind of confirmation of like what I should do. So that was one thing. And then also, I feel like I've been seeing things lately where it's like, it talks about like quotes or something like that. That talk about like people wanting to do, like, I feel like we talked about this before, man, but it's like, we like the DIY part, you know what I mean? It's like we feel like we gotta do something when at the end of the day Jesus paid it all, you know what I'm saying? Like there's nothing really other than believe, right, and then live accordingly and stuff like that. It's already done. And so I guess I'm here to remind us all again, you know what I'm saying, that it's already done. And hopefully there'll be something a little different, that the Lord gives me today versus what He gave me before about this. But let's get into it. So I was led to Lamentations 3:58 first, and it says, "O Lord, Thou hast pleaded the causes of my soul. Thou hast redeemed my life." So I feel like this was confirmation. It was confirmation for me to say, like, you know what? Again, well, not only that it's already done, but that He's pleaded causes for my soul and that He's redeemed my life. And so I don't have to worry or fret about if He's going to, right? Because He already did. And He's letting me know that, yeah, that is confirmed. I have done this. So I hope that just hearing that can be encouraging today. But let me give you guys the next verse. This is what made me think about the fasting part. And it's Isaiah 58:3. And I came to these from the time that I woke up this morning. So that's a little random side note. But anyway, so Isaiah 58:3, I feel like I gotta sneeze. Bless me. Anyway, sorry, podcast people, and sorry, y'all. Anywho, so wherefore have we fasted, say they, and thou see it not? Wherefore have we afflicted our soul, and thou takest no knowledge? Behold, in the day of your fast, ye find pleasure and exact all your labors. So I ended up looking into the whole book, I guess, or chapter, the whole what is it? Isaiah 58. I ended up, listening to all of that for my own personal, again, my reflections about the upcoming fast and whatnot. But I found it to be very interesting that I got led to this. Because I feel like that was me. Like I told you guys at last time I was here, we talked about the Sambalat moment, right? If I'm saying that right. Anyway, and how I felt like there was these temptations to, get distracted and things of that nature. And I was pushing through and I was like, I'm not doing it, and I feel like I passed the test and things like that. But in my weak moments, right, in my moments where I was like really just seeking the Lord and praying about everything that I was thinking about and experiencing, I do remember going to the Lord and be like, I done did this already. You know what I'm saying? I done fasted for this, like, all this type of stuff. I was definitely saying these type of words. I was, asking the Lord, like, does this even mean anything? You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like, is there a purpose to all that I've been through and things of that nature? And I'm sure somebody else have felt this way before, right? We're seeking the Lord and asking Him, like, is it worth me giving up this, that, and the other for you, Lord? Because at the end of the day, I don't see it. You know what I'm saying? I don't see whatever the vision is, or things haven't come to fruition yet, or whatever you may be questioning the Lord about. Well, one, it was interesting because, again, by listening to the whole chapter today, it was letting me know what God wants a fast to look like versus like what people do, or and it's about the heart at the end of the day, the heart posture. Like, I know somebody say, there's a quote out there that says, like, if you're doing this or that, like if you're being negative or whatever the case may be, and then but you're fasting, then you might as well go ahead and eat. I mean, hey, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Maybe God is honoring those type of fasts as well, but yeah, I think definitely I took a moment to think about the heart posture and whatnot with receiving that verse. Now, the only other verse that I felt led to share today is John 3:16. We all should know this one, but here it is. It's for God so loved the world that He gave His only Son, that whoever believes in Him should not perish but have eternal life. I think what stood out to me the most today about that particular verse is the past tenseness of it all. You know what I'm saying? The things that, again, is letting us know it's done already. What am I talking about? Well, for God so loved the world, like He loved us already, like it's done. He loved us. It's, so it's not like, oh, because He's gonna love us. So no, He loved us already. So He did this. He gave, which is another, if I'm not mistaken now, because it's not give, right? It's not I'm gonna give, or it's not giving, right? Is He gave it already, right? Okay, are y'all with me? Y'all tracking with me on this? Okay, and then the other part, what is it? Whoever believes. Now that's current, right? So if you believe, right, or believes, is that past too? Maybe. Look. My son's going first grade. I'm out of school. But anyway, but yeah, whoever believes in Him should not perish, but have eternal life. So there's some present in there as well. But the things that was standing out to me is the stuff that, again, reminded me that He did it already. He loved me already, right? He gave for me already. And so because of that, look, it's already done, And so, I mean, you can go deeper about this, man. There's a couple of verses in the go deeper section just to peruse and let marinate on your own heart, souls, and minds. But that's it in regards to what I felt led to share with you guys today about It's Already Done 2.0. Again, I mean, if you need to, listen to the other one again, cool. You know what I mean? I'm sure it's just a few episodes back. You guys can, listen to whatever the Lord was saying through me for that. But I'm just, reiterating again, it's already done. Like, we don't have to worry about, again, if He loves us, right? We don't have to worry about, is He going to give me grace and mercy, or any of the questions that we have. We got to just know that, okay, it's already done, and then walk in it, live accordingly, things of that nature. And I guess that's the juice, y'all. That is the juice for today. But let me give you guys the Bible verse of today, and that's John 8:12. It says, "Then spake Jesus again to them, saying, I am the light of the world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life." Friends, I hope you guys enjoyed this juice this morning. Thank you so much for listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration, the juice. I pray you guys can go forth and have a wonderful day, and I look forward to talking to you all tomorrow, if the Lord's will. Bye-bye.